different shit.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm just trying to share it real quick.
So basically you're asking, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their conspiracies, right? And the thing is, what's so crazy about conspiracies is that despite, you know, the contrary, usually conspiracies end up being real. I'll give you an example, right? 1940s, we had the drone conspiracy, right? People came through, was talking about the drones, that there's drones this, drone that. The government refuted it, said that it was a conspiracy theory. Can you believe that bullshit?
Bum, 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 bum.
Now you can buy drones at your local fucking Walmart. Thank you, Mike fucking Drop.
Anyway, you can buy drones
Online.
literally anywhere. You can go to fucking
They have-
Walgreens.
Literally. I'm pretty sure they have a Walgreens version of a drone that can fucking talk in 50 different languages
Yeah.
and do your stocks and do your taxes too.
Taxes. Think you can do your taxes?
I think I can do my taxes.
So we got some topics to talk about today on the motherfucking conspiracy
On the conspiracy
hour. Conspiracy hour.
And you know what's crazy though? Like the shit that's so crazy though, like as far as like the conspiracy, like is because now, you know, one of the biggest conspiracies that we have is this martial law / COVID-19 nonsense, right? And I say nonsense because I don't want people to sit around here and think that we take this shit lightly. I'm not saying people haven't died from this. There's plenty of people who died from plenty of different things. As far as I know, the studies have shown that people die more with the peanut allergy than they have with this COVID-19 shit that they're talking about shutting everything down. Listen, I'm all for public safety, ladies and gentlemen, but where the fuck is too far? Where is the too far meter?
Of what they should do?
Yes,
Because apparently what I think is too far and what you think is too far
two totally different
are
too
two
fars.
totally different fucking too fars.
Exactly. This is the reason why you know, if I have to be the Thanos of the conspiracy hour, I will bring balance, ladies and gentlemen.
Because we were just talking about out in the living room before we went live that you didn't really understand the quarantine. Not that you didn't understand it.
Yeah.
But you felt like it wasn't really necessary, and I
No.
absolutely thought it was necessary.
Yeah, of course, and this is what we're here for. You know, I honestly feel as though locking people up, like, think about this, right? And the thing is, what I say is, if you're gonna lock people up, you're gonna like it has to be something that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's prevalent toward everybody. And I know everybody's sitting back saying, oh, anybody can catch it. Yeah, but how many people died from it? How many healthy people died? Like, this is what I'm saying. Before you just go out on a limb and say, yes, we should fuck around and all be in a fucking bubble by yourself and shit like that for the next fucking 50 years or whatever the fucking case may be, I feel as though you should do your research first. Okay, so how many healthy people have died from this, right? You see what I'm saying? What are the age groups? You see what I'm saying? Of people who actually perished from this disease. And the reason why I say this is because there's other diseases or viruses that was out there that was way more fucking deadly.
Yeah, no doubt. But apparently the age group is, you know, elderly.
So then why are we locking everyone down? This is what I'm saying. Lock elderly down.
So it
then.
doesn't spread.
See, to lock the elderly down. They're the ones who have it. They're the ones who are most susceptible to it. If I catch it, I'm just gonna go and fight it off.
Because here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm talking about. Like, we were talking about earlier about how this got fucked up, right?
Yep.
About how this sounds fucked up. But it's correct for me at the same time, and apparently you felt the same way about... I don't really feel it. I mean, it sucks that older people are older, and yes, you want to respect the elderly people, but at the same time... The youth and like young adults are, to me, the people you should be saving.
And we're not the ones susceptible
to this. You know,
if
let's just say they do make a fucking vaccine, right?
Yep.
And they distribute it to all, you know, all the old people. To me, it's kind of like wasting them.
Yeah, but I mean,
they done live their life.
At that point, why would you give me a vaccine if I don't have it? This is what I'm saying.
No,
how many
you
young
shouldn't
people
get
have it?
it,
This is
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like we see other people who have it or whatever apparently, but Marcus Smart went on there and said he fucking felt fine. I have it, but I feel fine. Come on,
Yep.
bro. This is not need for you to sit around here and lock me in my fucking house for 24 hours, bro. This like for me, you know what I'm saying? Is and when you're talking about the ones being susceptible, thank you for the comment, Matthew. Talking about the ones who are ignorant. I feel like the ignorant ones are the ones who are out here buying toilet paper and not fucking vitamin C. What I'm saying is, I don't feel as though it's ignorant for me as a young person. Like, if that's the case, tell all the people who are susceptible to this to stay in the house.
I feel like, as a person, I feel like that the quarantine should happen.
I feel like
you need to lock people in the fucking house because that's gonna stop the spread of the fucking virus, and that's gonna
if young people don't have it, how are you stopping it? You're not stopping it
because it's gonna stop you from getting it.
No, I don't have it. Old people have it. So tell old people to stay in the fucking house.
Old people have it.
Old people are the ones susceptible to it. Just because you have it, are young people dying from this? No, the ones who are dying are the ones who have low immune systems. So if you have a low immune system and it's gonna harm you, you stay in the house.
The weird shit about it is, who actually knows somebody that actually had corona. Not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying that. I absolutely do think it's real.
A young, healthy person.
There was at one point where I was like, oh, maybe this shit isn't real. You know what I'm saying? I was really digging into my fucking like conspiracy head, and I was like, maybe this shit isn't real, and you know, they're using it for something else, and then, you know, all these thousands of people are dying, but where though?
But this is what I'm talking about, and this is shit that really kind of frustrates me when people sit around and says, to keep from spread, how the fuck is it spreading if I don't have it? If young people don't have it and young people are not really susceptible to have it.
Because if you're
okay,
out,
well then tell the ones who are more
if you're
susceptible.
out and about, and somebody that is thinking like you don't think they have it, but they do, because like you said, Marcus Smart has it and feels fine. So if you feel fine and you don't know you have it,
is he gonna die from it?
But that's not what I'm getting
That is the case though. But that's the whole point.
Doesn't mean that I won't though.
Yeah,
just
well then
because
you stay in the house.
So
then you have a low immune system,
and then so should you.
I don't have a low immune. Just because you have to stay in the house doesn't mean I don't have a low immune system. So it means even if I do contract it, I'm more likely not to die. So I'm 97%.
You're not.
So then you stay in the house.
You're likely to give it to me, and then
but you stay in the house. I'm not coming to your house.
I'm saying I should.
You stay in the house.
You should.
Why should I? If I'm not. Put it this way.
Because you're gonna give it to me.
How am I gonna give it to you if you're in the house?
Because you're.
How am I? Think about that.
What if I have to run out to the supermarket? What if I have to go to the
You're gonna be susceptible to it to anywhere. If
that's what I'm saying. But if you were in the fucking house, I wouldn't have to worry about you being outside when I go and pick up my medication.
That right there is the most like, and I respect the logic, but anybody feel like that? For me, I feel like that is the most ignorant state of mind. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna sit back and say that, if that's what you're going by, what about that other person? So you're banking on when you go out, nobody who has the fucking virus is gonna be out.
I would hope not.
Come on, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. That's not realistic, and it's still gonna spread.
You can't know.
It's still gonna spread.
It is gonna spread.
It's gonna spread to people like you, to people who have
people that have it don't know they fucking have it.
Yeah, but I feel like, and even if like I said, you can have the flu, right? People who have the flu, you get sick for a while and you recover.
If you ask me, right? Because apparently they're saying...
people, 97%, there's a 97% recovery rate from people who don't have low immune systems.
Apparently, right, though, apparently they're saying that it started somewhere between December and January, right? You know how many motherfuckers were fucking sick with the fucking symptoms at that time? And nobody knew about corona at that time and was just like,
and how many...
you got the flu. How do you know that was the flu? How do you know we didn't already have it and then got over it?
Like I said, how many people who did not have low immune systems, how many of them died? We didn't die. So that means that, okay, and I understand what you're saying. You're worried about yourself. So if that's the case, you stay in the house. Because there's no guarantee that I'm not going to be out of the house the same time that you want to go run out of the house and go get some groceries.
You know what?
So you telling me to stay in the house all the time does not make sense, because you still aren't going to be susceptible to catching unless you tell somebody that doesn't have.
I think we got a caller. Let's put him. If I can put him on the mic.
If you can put him in.
If I can just put my phone near the mic.
Okay, we got a caller. Matter of fact, we should put that. We should put our number on.
I didn't plug in the thing. I got the wire down here. I'll try to put it. Yo,
you two still fighting over the coronavirus?
We are fighting over the coronavirus.
Yeah, we are.
You guys need to stop fighting over that shit for real. This is the problem.
We're trying to discuss on what
we're having a discussion. That's the problem. People don't want to have discussions, and when people have disagreements, or when people don't understand things, they just automatically want to go into panic mode. So I come with a voice of reason.
This is just one topic. We ain't gonna stick to corona the whole time.
No, of course not. I got a lot of other topics.
True. But that is true. People are going into panic.
See, this is what I'm saying though. You're going into panic mode, and there's been other viruses that's been out there that could have really wiped us out that you don't hear about. So my whole thing is like this.
Viruses out there.
Exactly. But my whole thing is why is it on some and there's stuff that's you can catch it more easily. So it gets to the point where it's like, I understand people who have low immune systems should stay in the house. However, they shouldn't be going out the house anyway. So me being outside should be irrelevant. You should have your food delivered to you. They should have services for you. You should go outside.
I think that's a bad thing too.
You know what? Yeah, as much as you guys are fighting over that, but that is true. If you know you having a low immune system,
why would you even go outside?
Definitely.
You should be.
And if I'm not susceptible, facts.
Or have somebody with a stronger immune system go for you.
And that's what I would do. That's what I would be here for. That's what I would be here for. And at that point in time, then I would put on all of my precautions and stuff to deliver him his food. I would have no problem with that. He's my brother. I would no problem with that. But I feel like telling me, a person who's not susceptible to die and probably is not really susceptible to pass it along to you. You see what I'm saying? Because my immune system is going to fight it off. So by the time it even gets to you, it might not even, you know what I'm saying? It might not even get to you. So my whole thing is just to go by the what ifs to lock everybody up. I feel like there should be deeper, better solutions rather than just automatically locking everybody up. If you have a low immune system, you should stay in the house.
Well,
and us people who
locking everybody up is just, I guess that's a precaution.
No, it's a panic caution, and what it is it's deeper than that though, man, because this is deeper than just, this has military implications to this now. This is deeper than that. So now you're telling that you don't even, and the thing is there's not information enough out there. Okay, so how many percentage of Americans have this to the point, like if it's out of 100%, if 70% has it or 50% has it.
I'm talking about exactly that comment right there on the screen. Demi said on the thing. It says, in short, they'll say so-and-so passed from the coronavirus to put the narrative, but in all actuality, there is no true evidence, and the symptoms follow similar strands from the
Thank you. And I like that. Thank you. And that's what I'm saying.
It's fucked up to say, but where's the evidence of this?
This is what I'm saying. And where's the evidence for you to be locking me up like this? Like, I understand for people to be self-quarantined, if you feel whatever, fine. But to sit around here and do this seems different. This is not just on some virus everybody catch, because, like I said, you got to look at the facts, bro. Look at logic. How many people do you know have it? So if we can sit back and ask 100 people, how many people do we know have it, and how many people died from it, and how many healthy people, and none of them, and it's none, then why the fuck should I be locked in the house?
Yeah,
when I was more susceptible to catching Ebola and dying from that.
What you think, Sammy? You think it's a conspiracy?
You know what's crazy is that how many people.
Fuck.
You're saying nobody knows anybody that has the coronavirus, but
I never said that. I never said that.
There could have been a lot of people around here that had a cold or even had the flu.
Did they die?
I'm thinking too.
But did they die though? But did they die though?
That's why I'm thinking it might not be as serious as it is.
But this is what I'm saying though.
If we had it and they're doing it to push like a martial law and they have no other way to do it than to make it seem bigger than it is.
People who have low immune systems are not just susceptible to the fucking coronavirus. They're susceptible to the flu. They're susceptible to any fucking thing. So you sitting back telling me to fucking go in the house because that person has a low immune system is the stupidest shit ever, bro. To me, that shit is not logic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like we should educate ourselves, and we should look to the people who have good immune systems, such as myself. We should look to help the people who have low immune systems. This is not just for corona. This is for everything, because they have more serious, you know what I'm saying, health risks than most. So let's educate each other on that. But to lock everybody up and to be panic buying, that shit is a government ploy. You can, and all evidence points to the, you know what I'm saying, points to it, in my opinion.
Yep. Well, I know Colors needs to be careful because he has an underlying condition.
No, I know. That's what I said. I will look out for him and people like him who have that. You know, we have to be educated enough to help them out, so that they're not out there in the fucking shopping stores, because at the end of the day, like I said, they're susceptible to anything and they still go to work. We didn't hear about none of this, people who have low immune systems, until this narrative came, until it fit their narrative, because he's always been at risk. People who have low immune systems, they've always been at risk. So what I'm saying is, people, to go around here and to you know what I'm saying, panic buy and do all this crazy shit, to me, it's just it's
If you want to panic buy, I think you should panic buy the right shit.
vitamins, vitamin C. There's vitamin pills.
Why are we, like you said, why are we panic buying toilet paper?
It
And
makes
then you
no
got
sense.
and then the people the people that go out and panic buy like hand sanitizer, and then that fucks people like me because
Yes.
now I work in a field where
Yes.
I would use that shit regardless of fucking coronavirus or not. Now I can't get it for what I do.
Let me ask you this: why? I don't understand the toilet paper.
Me
Me
neither.
And
neither.
I don't really understand hand sanitizer because don't we have soap and water in the house? So if you didn't get locked in the house,
Sometimes
Yeah.
yes, I like to
you can wash your
sanitizer.
ass with soap and water if you run out of toilet paper.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Shower, wash your ass.
I'm thinking the sanitizer for reasons when like I go out to the store and then I touch a carriage, or I put my debit card in the machine and
Yeah,
I touch
yeah.
the pin pad.
Uh-huh.
Now I can squirt that shit in my hand real quick rather than try to find a bathroom and hope there is a bathroom to wash my hands.
Yeah.
So it's good in that fact. But if you're at home,
Yeah, there's
then
no
yeah,
point.
just
Yeah,
wash your fucking hands.
But see, this kind of
People
this
going
this right
crazy
here.
on it. They're using whiskey to make hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
They
but see,
got all
you-
kinds of recipes for hand sanitizer. That shit is crazy. Like,
You gotta.
you
I
don't
think.
have to do all that.
I
No.
think people need to start really
Soap and water,
understanding.
bro.
People need to understand, right? In marketing, they teach you about things like this, on how, you know what I'm saying. Even back, you know what I'm saying, way back when they did the thing where the Martians was taking over and shit like that, and they did it as they didn't say that it was an actual like recording and that it was a story. They put it out in the air and people started panicking, thinking that the Martians was about to take the fuck over. What I'm saying is they understand how to get people to move. They understand how to get people to do the things that they want them to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is not, and who's to sit back and say that this is not a government test to see to first drive the market. The market, you know, it's been a little stagnant. So what if they just wanted to drive and get people to buy certain things or whatever the case may be? You know what I'm saying? Drive up the sales, see what people would buy, see how smart people are. You know what I'm saying? Just in case some shit like this happens, you know what I'm saying? To see how far they can take it, so that when it does go, you know what I'm saying? When the approval does for step 3, you know what I'm saying, to be implemented, they already know what you're gonna buy. They already know, so they already know what not to stock up on and what to stock up on, and they already know, you know what I'm saying, how to keep motherfuckers in line, because that's what it's about, keeping you in line.
Am I the only one that shared the show? Look at this.
Hold on,
And if
maybe
you
I gotta
do
share the
that,
show. My bad.
Not only with the coronavirus, it's with everything else that people don't really see every day.
Yeah.
But,
I don't
you
want
know,
to.
the real problem here, right, is the businesses that are shut down over this.
Yep.
Like all the restaurants, and then even the kids that can't go to school, and now they're saying that they might not be able to walk across the stage and graduate like everybody else did, and then they might not be able to go to prom and all this other shit. That's what really, I mean, I think that.
But here's the thing, though. If it's
community, we should be focusing on this because.
yeah, no
that's the
doubt.
real
Because if you're fucking, you know, let's just say it's as bad as they say it is, right? And let's say it is real, and let's say that thousands and thousands of people are dying for this. America as a people really can't go like a month or two without any sort of entertainment. Like, if it's that fucking serious, take your loss for 2 months and then we'll get back on the fucking saddle. What's the big deal about
But
not
see,
doing anything fun just for a little fucking while?
yeah, and I definitely feel that, but see, I feel like that's like a minute point, because it's not that. We can see studies and we can see shit that if somebody caught the bubonic plague, the shit that was real serious, that almost wiped the fucking planet out, because this is what they're saying. This is what the martial law. This is what they're saying. They're saying that. You know what I'm saying? That fucking this is you know what I'm saying, that type of virus, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, when it really boils down to it, when they caught it, they didn't fucking recover. How do you have a 97-day, how do you have restrictions? And then they don't tell you certain information, and they let you run with a certain narrative so that you can just go out there and panic buy. For the people who have kids, they're thinking about their kids, so they're not thinking with logic. They're thinking about protective mode and survival.
Let's have Sammy say his piece. So
Yeah,
I don't
man,
keep
say
him,
your say
so I don't
say
keep
your
him on the phone for 2 months.
say your declassified thoughts, brother.
No,
I don't-
I I like listening to you guys argue over this shit. This shit is entertainment.
This is what I don't argue. I just think
felt
my
like
claim.
I just feel like it needs to be talked about.
Yeah,
and
facts.
we
No,
want.
yeah, definitely. It does need to be talked about, but I think as a you know what I mean, like local, being local, and you guys have an avenue of getting things out and even helping people. There are people in our community right now that are gonna need help over this shit.
Definitely.
Because they're losing their jobs.
Facts.
People are losing their jobs, and there's other people like that stimulus package they're talking about releasing to all Americans.
No, well, to all taxpayers.
People that are not gonna get that because
If you
they make too much money every year. You know what I mean? Like construction workers, and they can't make their mortgage payments on their houses and shit. This is a real problem right here, man.
Well, that's what they want, though. I feel like that's the real.
Power of their own.
And thank you for that, brother. I appreciate you calling in, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
do
boy.
things
I'm gonna
more
let
often.
I'm gonna let you go, so I don't keep you on the phone for 2 months.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, I feel like that right there in itself, in its entirety, is the, you know what I'm saying, the main issue is, you know what I'm saying, when they put you all in this, they don't talk about, you know what I'm saying, because if this was a real virus and all of this, you think people in the Black Plague gave a fuck about their fucking, you know what I'm saying, or the Spanish flu, you think they really gave a fuck about property and shit like that? Like, hell no, niggas was worried about survival, people was dying. You see what I'm saying? On streets. So you didn't care about fucking property and shit like that. So the fact that they're doing this, now this is going to be for the people who can't afford this shit. They're going to be able to collect your property now. They're going to be able to take your property. They're going to be able to say that it was under this fucking code. Now, what they don't tell you too is, you know what I'm saying, what they partially tell you is when that, you know what I'm saying, you fuck around, and thank you for the call, brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the call. You know what I'm saying? But
just, you guys need to remember too, this is election year.
Absolutely.
This happens every election year. Every election year there's some kind of plague that comes out, or every kind of shit. Look what happened in 09. 09 we had the swine flu that killed a bunch of Americans, and I think it was like something like 4,000 Americans died before they even started doing shit about it. You know what I mean? So it's election year, man. That you gotta keep that in the back of your mind too.
Definitely are, man.
yeah, man.
Yo, good looks calling in, Sammy.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're the man. I'll call you in a few.
All right.
Yo, let's talk about that stimulus package for a second, all right? So, how many motherfuckers? So here's the point of that. Like you were just talking about people losing, you know, places to live. People can't pay their rent because they're not working. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not getting paid. So they're sending you this money, whatever the case. What is it? Like 1,000? They're talking about. People are already talking about. Oh, I seen posts on Facebook. What you gonna do with your money?
You're gonna pay your rent.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
don't
this is what I'm
talk
saying.
What you gonna do? Go out and buy a PS4?
But this is
You're not working for money.
This
Go
is the
put it
whole
to
plot,
rent.
though. This is the whole plot, though. Once they do this, they're going to be able to take certain people's land, and that's going to be just easier for control. If they take your land, they're going to know you're in hard times, so now they control where you live at. Now, this is when you talk about population control. This is at its finest. They have different tactics, man. They can't just use one. They gotta use all. They gotta, you know what I'm saying, unload the arsenal, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we going through. This is the type of shit that is being talked about. This is the type of thing that's, you know, that's happening in real life. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to take your land. They're trying to take your freedoms.
I just want to see the proof.
There is none.
That's what I'm saying.
They would have showed it already, man.
It is what it is.
The thing is, you would have seen the proof outside. You would have seen the proof. There's too much social media and shit like that. You would have seen the proof. Somebody really like, look.
And there's too many fake people posting fake stories, real stories. You don't know what to fucking believe.
And it's almost like they
and
haven't
then you go
posted
outside,
child.
and it's like.
But doesn't it seem weird that we don't know anybody personally, but you can go online and you can see NBA players and shit that's kind of like the spokesman, but they fine though. They always tell, oh man, to do what they tell you to do what they tell you to do. I got it. Look, but I'm fine though. Yeah, I know I'm fine and I don't have nothing, and I've been diagnosed with it for way more than 4 fucking days or whatever the fuck they say in order for you to catch it and die. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Go do this and yeah, look out for the NBA season that's gonna start back up as soon as you guys get in line. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
I need proof, man.
Proof, man. Where is it at?
Apparently, there was a post on that I got from Jay today, well, literally right before we went fucking live, that said that the National Guard was driving up
Yeah.
the fucking avenue
Yeah.
as we were about
As
to
we
go
speak,
live.
as we speak, they're already here. And I bet you out of 250,000 people that live in fucking Fall River, you know what I'm saying? I can almost guarantee you that probably only maybe 100 of them even have symptoms. You know what I'm saying? As far as, or have been diagnosed, or even that. It's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, where you yourself have to think with logic. And I understand a lot of you have kids out there. So this is what drives the panic, right? But after you sit back and you're in your quarantine or whatever the fuck you're going to be doing, think of this. Did I ask enough questions? Did they prove without a reasonable doubt that this was worth me staying in my house and giving up my freedoms? To ask yourself that. But, you know, there's other things to talk about. You know, the thing is about conspiracies, they keep going. And part of the word conspiracy is to discredit the factual nature within it all.
I feel like I'm eating this fucking Lysol spray.
You are.
I went so hard on that shit.
You know what's so crazy though? I remember that your girl
Finally found some at the store, and I was like, yeah, boy.
I remember your girl was talking about some shit, right? She was talking about FEMA, and she was talking about how, you know, with FEMA, when all these natural disasters go on, they don't pay for anything, but they bill the, you know what I'm saying? They bill the United States or whatever the case may be, get all of this money, right, and take it for themselves.
It's like when you're forced to do. When you go to the doctor and you pay for the doctor's appointment, and they fucking force you into the other shit. Well, you need an X-ray.
Yeah.
Well, you need this. Go for this test. Go for that test. It's like them racking up the fucking. What word do I use for it? It's like commission almost. You know what I mean? I went there for my fingers cut. Now they want me to go for a fucking CAT scan of my legs.
Yeah.
They force you into it, and then they get the money from the insurance.
Yep.
It's kind of like that type shit.
This is all to drive, you know what I'm saying, their economy and to drive their agenda. See, when you this is the thing about logic. Logic hurts because you have to throw away your particular beliefs or what you may want to believe, right? That's what logic is. So I feel like when you're talking about people like FEMA, you're looking at it from these standpoints of, you see all of these different cases too, that a lot of these children that they rescued and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know what I'm saying, the rescue efforts in New Orleans and other places, those kids, a lot of those kids was never recovered. They rescued them, but they was never given back to their parents. They was missing. How the fuck you rescue me and then I go missing? This is another thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, I feel like FEMA is probably one of the biggest human traffic, you know what I'm saying?
They're the human traffickers.
I feel like they are. And they use a lot of this, you know what I'm saying, this money from these natural disasters that, you know what I'm saying, some are, you know, natural. A lot of them are natural and some of them are man-made, you know, and they use the money for this, and I feel like they cut off because, think about it. If the government is cutting checks, like, it's just like if we had a system and we cut checks to everybody within our pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cuts a check, and meanwhile we get that check from something that, you know what I'm saying, we're supposed to be fixing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get this big ass advertisement check, and we're supposed to, you know, advertise. But, you know what I'm saying? Within that, we get 100,000. We, you know what I'm saying? We talk to the printing company, but we are the printing company, so we pay them. And we, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk to the inks and stuff. Okay, but we own them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is getting money out of our pyramid, and I feel like that's what. You know, that's what FEMA's doing. They're giving all of the money down, they're trickling down, and they, you know what I'm saying?
It's going right back into their pockets.
Into their pockets, yeah.
So it looks like that they're, you know, giving everything out, but at the same time, it's just like taking out of one pocket and putting it in the other pocket type shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like, back in, when was that big influenza deal? Was that, what, 1918?
Yeah, I believe so.
So, shit like that shit like, you remember when fucking Hitler was burning all the motherfuckers?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Here's my thing. When shit like that went down, there was proof. You seen it. They showed it. They showed the fucking, you know what I mean, the casualties. They showed the people, whatever the case is. We're yet to see anything here. It's all this, you know, get in the house, and it's all this stay away, and it's all this creating rules and rules and rules and rules. And this one says they're sick, and it's always shit that we see people the people that we see that are sick.
Yep.
Are places that we can't go.
And this is the shit.
Not saying it ain't, because I know some people on my Facebook that do know people in Italy, so they are in a lockdown. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is the whole point, and that's the reason why I feel like, you know, that, like, and that's the reason why I feel like we had to cover, you know what I'm saying, the martial law / COVID-19.
And there's a lot,
you know what I'm saying? But that's where FEMA comes into this too, though, because now FEMA comes in and now FEMA gets to set up all of these camps. Now they can use the government and shit like that to lock everybody down, right? And then they can use, you know what I'm saying, their facilities, because if you look at the way like places like Walmart are, right? Walmart, if you take out all of the aisles and shit like that, is one massive ass fucking facility.
Yeah, it's
one
just
massive. And the way that it's designed is they can have like the turnstiles to the point where you can go in but you can't come out. They can design it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like FEMA's doing all of this. They're the ones who get all of that in line. There was a clip that they ordered a whole bunch of fucking caskets, like fucking millions of caskets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Disposable ones.
But where are they though?
They had it online. They was actually showing it, like, you know what I'm saying, they seen it, like, yo, this is what's going on.
Because even like if you look at video, right? We're in a day and age where video is easily tampered with. Because I watched a video from what was going on over in Italy and shit, and there was a video of this guy that was locked in his house, quarantined in his house, and apparently his sister died, and he was waiting like 2 weeks in his house with his dead sister in the house.
I mean,
but who's not to say that you may not, again, what if it is real, what if it ain't, but who's to say that he just didn't record the video and that lady wasn't in bed just like acting, you know what I'm saying, acting like she was asleep.
Well, in that case, but if like, and I mean, that case,
he
it
didn't
definitely
go
could.
over to the body.
But I'm not
like,
I'm talking about like when the dude was showing the evidence of all of the caskets and shit. They wasn't filled though. They was
no, they were stacked, because I seen the pictures of them. But
I seen the video.
Yeah, I didn't see video.
I seen the video. And dude was sitting back, and I'm like, oh shit. And it's like, because they have him in a whole bunch of different places, and he's sitting back showing and shit. He's like, bro, where are these coming? This was years back. You know what I'm saying? And it get to the point where it's like all of these different is leading up to one giant thing, because now it gets to the point where it's like, when you sit back and ask FEMA where all of this money is being allocated at, right? Like, because this is another thing. Like, people don't realize that when you declare state of emergencies and shit like that, certain funds is able to be enacted. Big funds. We talking about billions and trillions of dollars that was able to be enacted for certain disastrous situations. So my whole thing is they're going to be using all of this money toward what? Everybody's going to be lounging, and they know. Imagine you know that there's nothing going on.
Yep. And
you know that this shit is not as serious. All you have to do is just take precautions like how you've been doing, proper hygiene, and you should be good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? And if you don't do that, then yeah, you're susceptible to get really, really sick. You know what I'm saying?
Like with anything.
Like, but that's with anything though.
That's what I'm saying. It could be with the fucking flu is fucking awful, bro.
And there's no cure for the flu. Like, as much as they say that there is, like well, not the flu, but they say the common cold.
Even that.
You can die from a common cold.
Of course
you can definitely die from a common cold.
Absolutely. But people don't take precautions on that.
No, we never do.
They sneeze all over the motherfucking place.
Yeah.
And it takes something.
People are still sneezing.
Bro,
one of the people that you know what I'm saying, that you may know had made, you know what I'm saying, I remember somebody was telling us a story on how their boss and shit was all sniffling and shit and touching their nose and all of that. You know, point blank period is, this is a time where they're telling you not to do it and you still don't.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Even if it's fake, don't fucking do it. Just in case.
It's not. But the thing is, proper hygiene isn't fake.
Yeah, no, that should be a thing anyway.
Like, you could if you don't have proper hygiene, you could die from that. So like, this is.
Let's talk about what I seen on a video last night. Talk about hygiene.
Yeah.
All right. So there was a video. Somebody blew their nose. All up in this motherfucking tissue. Clearly was sick, sounded sick, looked sick, fucking blew their nose into this tissue and used the same tissue to wipe their eyes after they were done.
Oh yeah.
Come on, common sense, man.
That's just not.
Don't even do that shit, even if there is no corona. Don't do that shit.
Yeah, that's just nasty, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You blow your nose and then fucking use the same tissue that you blew your nose with.
And then get this story. I'm wearing gloves. I advise somebody else to wear gloves.
Yep.
Because I'm touching certain shit. And then there was another video about the gloves. You shouldn't wear gloves either. We'll get into that. But let's just say I'm wearing gloves, and then I advise this other guy to wear gloves, and he's doing all this shit with the gloves after a while. And then when you're done, you should take your gloves off, wash your hands or whatever, and if you're gonna do something else, put on a new pair. He didn't. He kept the gloves on, did what he had to do for like 2 fucking hours, and then opened up some chips and started eating the chips with the gloves on. Like, that type of shit is why they were just talking about why the gloves are bad.
This is what we're doing?
Because there was another post that was like, don't wear gloves because the gloves are, could
you
get you sicker.
contaminate the gloves.
Because of that, take them off before you. Why do you think hospitals, when they switch patients or they switch anything that they're doing, they take them off, wash their hands, and put a new fucking pair on?
Big Fendi.
You know what I'm saying? Don't
be an idiot.
Yeah, and how about that? The new coronavirus. Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't.
Coronavirus challenge.
I didn't. I seen one white.
People are this is why
I
we're
seen
so
one
fucking
chick doing
doomed.
that, and this shit was gross as fuck. But I didn't think that shit was real. I thought that was just one occasion, and they just put the coronavirus like kind of like a caption. But if that's actually a thing, people are fucking gross and sick. And those are the people who should catch it.
Why would you even do that?
But see, this is what I'm saying though. You telling me to stay in the house, right, is not gonna prevent me from stupid motherfuckers like that anyway.
Legit.
Like, what the hell?
I just seen a Domino's driver. We just seen a Domino's driver outside throw his tissues right out of the fucking car on the ground.
And it's funny because people been doing that regardless. People been doing that, man. People
just
been
don't
doing
do it right now.
People been doing. They just don't do it right now. So wait till they tell you, oh, everything's good, and then you can do it.
Yeah, then do it, and then we'll get fucked up and back to the situation.
And then back to the situation again. Exactly. So it's like, come on, man. At the end of the day, this right here should prompt you to try to get your immune system as high as fuck that you can. Go and search private remedies to boost your immune system. You know what I'm saying? Things that help you digest better. You see what I'm saying? Things so that you don't your food storage, so that you don't have to eat as much.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Work on your, you know what I'm saying, the fat to non-fat intake that you have. You see what I'm saying? Proper rest, but not too much rest. You see what I'm saying? Proper exercise. You see what I'm saying? It's not even just going to the gym. It's just, you know what I'm saying, doing certain things to keep your body active. Like, this is the type of things that prevent us from fucking dying out. You don't think, well, all the people on Earth, that there was fucking, that if we didn't have good immune systems, you know what I'm saying, or better immune systems than people had back in like the Black Plague era, that we would still be here? No. Fuck no. We would have been died. You know how many fucking diseases and shit is out there for people to die from?
And people are still dying from the cold.
And people dying. People dying from peanut allergies, ladies and gentlemen. Later. People are dying from peanut allergies. Yes, I said it. And people are also dying from eating pineapples or putting pineapples on pizza. You just poof. You don't even you don't catch a virus. Nothing. As soon as you put that last pineapple
just
on the pizza, you just poof out.
Shit is nasty.
Shit is gross.
I don't.
And there's a conspiracy within that too.
I love pineapple pizza.
There's a conspiracy within that. You want to trick me into eating healthy, but thinking that I'm eating healthy. That's what that bullshit is about.
Of course
and
it
then
is.
it is. And then it's like, talking about this shit earlier.